we'll gather round, feel the love come down. Blue elephant is strong, together we belong. In every comment.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So we have some new molds today from Resin. Now, first things first, this is their new animals bookmark molds, and this is what we're going to be doing today. Now, they do give you directions in the mold box along with what the sizes of the bookmarks are and all of that good stuff. You actually get 2 molds in this set, and once I get them separated here, you can see you've got an owl and an axolotl and then a little paper clip. And then in the other one, you get, I believe one's a cat, one's a dog, both doing different kind of positions with their paws, and then a paper clip there as well. Now these, I feel, are a little bit thinner than your typical bookmarks, but we're going to play around with them later on. Now for the next one, and I am so excited about this one. Guys, this is their new dragon crystal ball mold, and oh my goodness. Now, first things that I noticed on here is that they give you the directions. They actually give you a support with this, which is amazing, that fits specific to this mold. They tell you where the trouble spots are in the mold, along with the best way to demold it and how to put the box together. This is a absolutely stunning mold. Like I am so excited to be doing this. I'm so excited. I don't have very many dragon molds, and I know when we were doing the giveaways and I had asked what you guys wanted to see on my channel more of, and some of you had put more dragons. So this is kind of a perfect opportunity for that. So super excited. We're not doing that one today. Now, okay. So I don't typically go in and rush into pouring. I like to explain what I'm going to be doing first. I, for another project, had mixed up some eco powder and I made too much. So I had these setting out and I needed to use it. It's getting ready to go off. Like it's getting thick. It's getting warm. And I was panicking. So I grabbed this mold because it was the one that I had that was closest to me. And I was like, okay, well, I have a little bit left. I wasn't even planning on doing this, but let's do 2 of each with the heads only in eco powder, and I will paint them or whatever, and we'll just see what happens. So that's what I did. Now, again, this wasn't part of the plan. This is kind of like a, oh no, I got to find something real quick because I don't want to waste all of this eco powder. So we're going to do something, and this is what I had available. So in the true spirit of me being me, things are already changing before I even technically started this video. Now, because it was still, like when I say it's thickening up, it is thickening up. It's getting ready to go off, but it still had a little bit of movement left to it. And you can see it's running into the actual like bookmark part itself, which I did not want it down there because I was worried that it wouldn't do well in the book. Like bookmarks, every bookmark I've ever had anyway has always had some kind of give to it, like resin would. And I just didn't think that that would be a wise idea to make the entire thing out of eco powder because I wouldn't want it to snap or anything like that. So this is the next day now. This has cured. Eco powder's done. Now it is time to actually do what I was planning on doing with these bookmarks. So I've mixed up some resin, and it tells you on the side how much each mold is. So I think I mixed up about 6 ounces, and we're going to divide it into a bunch of cups. Now I am going to be using Resin's chrome powders today. Although I'm not dusting them on, I had played around with doing that in the actual heads, but I decided that I want to mix it into the resin instead. So we're going to do a little bit of the 6 colors that I chose, mix that up. Then we're going to do white, and I'm going to have more white than any of the colors. And I'm going to drizzle just a tiny bit of clear into these molds. Now, I only have like the littlest bit left. So like when I say drizzle, I mean like actually drizzle. Like there's not enough to do a layer. And honestly, I wouldn't want a thin layer anyway, because these molds are very, very thin, that if I put a thin layer of clear down, there wouldn't be enough room in there for my colors. Do you know what I mean? So I did want to put a little bit in there just to kind of help the movement, help break up the colors some and give us some different effects. So that is what I'm going to do. Put that in there right now just to get this cup finished, being emptied out and whatever, and get it out of my way. And then we're going to go into mixing up the colors. Now, for the colors, I decided that I wanted to do the two metals that you get. So you get black is not a metal. I don't know. You get gold and you get silver. So I'm going to be using both of those. Now, I also picked blue. I picked purple. I think it's a rose red and teal. I think those were the four colors that I picked. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. And we're just going to kind of go and drizzle them in here and there and see what happens. Now, as far as with the heads, I'm going to save those last. Now, I'm also using white, and I'm going to use the Satori white by Eye Candy. It's a pigment paste. And I'm doing that for a little bit more varied of an effect, right? Like I could have very easily gone with a white mica powder, but I like the effects that you get when you're mixing the different types of colorants, whether it be alcohol ink, micas, your pigment paste, whatever the case may be. I like when you mix them together because you do get those different effects. And then you're going to get the chrome and that mica kind of ish, like the pearlescent look that you get from micas when you're using these chrome powders. And then you get that plain kind of just white from using the pigment paste. So you don't have that sheen. So you're getting a combination of different effects, which I really like to do. Now I did go through and with my heat gun, just go over that clear resin just a little bit, just to warm it up some and to get it a little bit more like thinned out and movable. I am using Let's Resin's Fast Cure resin for this, which may not have been ideal considering the fact that I'm doing so many colors and I am being very precious about, even though it doesn't look like it as I just throw white everywhere, I am being precious about where I'm putting the colors and laying them down. So it took me a lot longer than maybe what I should have been playing with it. And towards the end, I was starting to panic just a little bit because it was getting super crazy thick on me. But it's fine. It'll be fine. So I'm just going in with my color. And like I said, I am being precious about it. I don't want the colors too close together, like as far as with itself. I want to be able to spread it out, mix a combination of different colors that I think that will nicely together. Now, as far as the gold and the silver goes, I am going to be careful about how much I use in there because they can, with your metallics, it can very easily take over your entire piece very quickly. And then you just kind of lose all of your other colors. And I don't want that to happen. Now, what we're going to do is, like I said, we're doing the actual bookmark part of it first. And then after I am done getting all of the colors in where I want them, then we're going to go ahead and fill up the head. And because this is fast cure resin and it's a higher viscosity, it's not moving a lot, right? So I don't have to worry about it like running off the sides and filling up the faces or anything like that until I'm ready for it. It's just kind of staying where I put it, which is nice. So I'm going to go through and do these up real quick. And then when I'm done, I will be back and we'll talk through the next steps.
I've been pressed between the pages tight, in tales of darkness and of light, from castle halls to ocean's roar, a silent witness to the Lord. I've marked the spot in lover's prose, where hearts ignite and secrets glow. A dusty night on a paper throne. My journey's theirs, but I'm alone. Oh, the worlds I've seen and the lives I've known. Through ink and paper I have flown. I'm the keeper of tales, both great and small. A quiet shadow that's seen it all.
In battles fierce where swords collide, or starry skies where dreamers glide, a pirate's map, a wizard's spell, I've traveled far where words compel.
I've been forgotten in the sun's warm glare, or folded tight with tender care. I'm not the hero, but I hold their place. Through every chapter, time won't erase. Oh, the worlds I've seen and the lives I've known. Through ink and paper I have flown. I'm the keeper of tales, both great and small. A quiet shadow that's seen it all.
Okay, I'm back. So what I did for the heads that I had already previously poured the eco powder in, I just took a little bit of whatever color metal I was using. So for the ones that I did silver, I put a little bit of silver on the top, and I did that just to kind of more so make the back of it, instead of like stopping abruptly, I still had the tiniest bit of space in there that I was able to go along the back side and put the resin on. This way, the back part of the bookmark is just like a continuous piece of resin. It ties it in more. I won't have to worry about coloring or painting or using markers on or whatever the case may be along the back side of it. I just have to worry about the front side. Now, I did have quite a bit of resin left over, and the main reason for that is I did the full amount that it said that it was going to take based upon what the measurements for the molds are. I went ahead and made it all knowing I was going to have some left over because I did the 4 heads in eco, so I didn't need that, which was probably, gosh, I would say probably an ounce for each mold, so probably 2 ounces of it ish, give or take, I didn't need. Um, which is fine. It is what it is. So I'm just going to go and use the rest of it into these other molds, and we'll see what we get. All right, so this is the next day. Now it's time to demold. Now this flower, it's actually, it's really, really pretty. Like, it is so gorgeous. This was, I started pouring it like ages ago with another project, and I just finished filling it with the silver that I had, and I absolutely love the way it turned out. That black, if I'm not mistaken, it's the black pigment paste by Eye Candy, is just absolutely beautiful. And here's the gold from the chrome powders. Now, it's a mold that I made based off of the one flower mold from Into Resin, and this is the first time I've poured with it. I wanted to see if it's actually like if the mold turned out okay itself. Now I am having issues with that first set of petals that are down, like actually like lower down in there. It's very, very tight, so I don't know if I did something wrong when I poured it or if it's something that will just loosen up over time as the silicone kind of wears down a little bit. I mean, all in all, it looks the exact same, so I guess I did it right. I don't know. All right, on to the butterfly. This again, we just used a combination of some of the colors that I had left over, and then I finished filling the back with silver. Absolutely love the way that this one turned out. I think it turns out so, 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 so pretty. And if I can ever get used to having these nails on and demolding so I'm not like stressing about breaking one of them off, it'll be a lot easier. But it turned out really pretty. I love the way the silver just kind of peeks through right at the body and like the inner part of the wings. And then you have that little bit of teal that's coming down on the bottom part of the wings. Just really, really, really pretty. All right, now time for the main event. Now, again, I feel like these molds are a little bit thinner than your typical bookmark mold, which is nice because, in my opinion, the other ones were too thick. I did fill them up. I did not dome them. I filled them up to the point of where they were flush with the mold. I did not dome them because, again, bookmarks, you don't want them super, super thick. So we'll see. We'll see. All right, and this is the owl. This was the one that I did the head in resin, so you can kind of see there's some clear peeking through that white. And then here is the axolotl. I do like how they turned out. I love the way that the colors that I put down kind of didn't necessarily marble, but the way that I don't know, it just turned out really, really pretty. Like I love, love, love how they turned out. And I think that they'll be good for either for, boys or girls. I think it can go either way with the colors that I chose. Now, that one and this one are both with the Eco Powder in their heads, and they are quite a bit heavier, obviously, because we're using Eco Powder, but I don't think so much that it would make a difference. Would I do it again with the Eco Powder? No, I don't think so. I would just do straight resin and then either dust on your mica powder in the face so that you don't have to worry about it after the fact, or paint it on, or get better markers than I have and use them. I think the paper clips are pretty cool. I actually like them a lot. Now, can you do other things with them? I know I had done another bookmark, the metal ones, not too long ago that they had put out, and somebody had commented something about nobody reads books anymore. That's not necessarily true. My family, we are all about reading books as far as to actual physical books and not digital books. So I think that they still have a place for certain people who are holding on to the old school way of doing things and not necessarily wanting to be on screen all the time. But yeah, I think that they turned out really cool, and I do think that they could be used for something maybe other than just bookmarks too. What yet? I'm not sure, but I'm sure if you played around with the idea, you could definitely find something that you can make use for them, especially for your little kids. Anyway, I think they turned out really cute, but we're not done. We're gonna do some things to these guys, and we are gonna jazz them up a little bit. I'm just gonna clean off some of the mess that I made from a few of these where I over poured, and then we're gonna get onto it. Now, instead of using actual paint and doing paint today, I am just going to use some paint pens and some markers that I have, and then seal them all later on after they're done. So at this point, because I don't really need to talk through it, I am going to bounce off, and then I will be back when we are ready to wind things up.
Fold the paper nice and tight, shapes that dance in morning light. Owls with wisdom in their stare, axolotls swimming there, bookmarks holding dreams so high, cats and dogs that never lie. With every crease and every fold, a story's magic will unfold. Whiskers drawn with gentle hands, ears that perk to understand, axolotl smiles with their grin, dive into the tales within. Bookmarks holding dreams so high, cats and dogs that never lie. With every crease and every fold, a story's magic will unfold. Feathers soft like midnight skies, eyes that watch where wonder lies. Paws and fins that lead the way, turning pages every day. Crafting friends to guard the page, stories wise beyond their age. Owls and axolotls play, cats and dogs light up the way.
I took a shoe and made a phone that rings, turned a sock into a bird with wings. A mop became a wig so bold. Who needs gold when you've got mold? Think it, make it, twist it, shape it. The world's a canvas, don't escape it. No need for rules, just rearrange it. Life's a game, go on and change it. I glued some spoons into a boat so fine, sailed the sink, yeah, it's all mine. A teapot helmet kept me brave. The imagination's all I crave. Think it, make it, twist it, shape it. The world's a canvas, don't escape it. No need for rules, just rearrange it. Life's a game, go on and change it. A ladder's not a ladder, it's a dragon in disguise. The couch is now a mountain reaching up to touch the skies. A paper clip's a grappling hook, a cape can make you fly. Just close your eyes and visualize and give it all a try. I built a city out of cardboard dreams, skyscrapers held with glue and beams. The floor is lava, don't you know? Step on pillows or you'll blow.
We'll gather around, feel the love come down. Blue elephant is strong, together we belong. In every comment bright, you lift me to new heights. Your support, it's clear, gives me reason to cheer. Blue elephant crew, this one's all for you. You make dreams come true. With everything you do, subscriber's heart, playing a vital part.
Okay, I am back. So as I just kind of finish up these, and then we're gonna let them dry. And then what I decided to do is, because my markers are complete and utter garbage, and I know that they're going to run or rub off or whatever, I have some of, it's called Dragon Glaze by Folk Art, and I am just going to paint over each and every one of these, and that's kind of going to seal in the paint and the markers and all of the things that are underneath, so that I don't have to worry about it rubbing off. So I'm going to go over the entire thing, whether it be I actually painted the whole thing or not. I am going to go over it with the paint. And honestly, like, it doesn't do a whole lot. It just adds a slight shimmer to it. Barely noticeable, but it is going to seal it in, which is the main point in doing it. I think that these turned out absolutely adorable. Now, as far as other things that could be done with them, I was thinking about it, and I came up with a few thoughts. Obviously, these are going to be more geared towards little kids, but you could use them as, like, if you have like a place where your children hang their coats up or their backpacks or something like that, and you could get your Cricut or whatever and put their name down on it, kind of like this is where their stuff goes, for them to hang up. They'd honestly, if you have a garden and maybe your kids are part of the garden, you may even be able to use them as what your plants are, right? You know how they sell the little, I think they're like seed packet holders or something like that, to where you could do that. You could do something like that. You could do some kind of like a where your kids' stuff goes, like this is for where your crayons go, or where this type of toy goes, or whatever, and have them on the outside of like little cubicle box type shelf dealies, you know what I mean? Like, so there definitely are different things that you could do with them other than just bookmarks if you're not an actual physical book reader. But that being said, I really, really like them. I think they're adorable. I think they have a lot of potential for things outside of the few examples that I just came up with off the top of my head that will look cute, and you can do them up any sort of way that you want. But on that note, that is a wrap on this one, guys. Like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. I will see you guys on Saturday in the next one. Love ya. Bye.
Together we belong. In every comment right, you lift me to new heights. Your support, it's clear, gives me reason to cheer. Blue Elephant Crew, this one's up for you. You make dreams come true with everything you do. Each subscriber's heart, playing a vital part. Videos we share, showing how much we care. Likes and shares, they grow. You make the channel